The Cursed Child. In a rain-soaked village on the edge of an ancient forest, a newborn is found abandoned on the steps of the old shrine, its umbilical cord wrapped around a rusted iron key. The villagers name him Eli, but whispers follow. Every child who sleeps near him wakes with bruises shaped like tiny hands. And the night the key is taken, a mournful wail echoes from the woods. When the village midwife, Mama Aisha, discovers that Eli's eyes change color with the moon, she uncovers a forgotten legend about a spirit bound to a cursed key, a spirit that feeds on the innocence of children to break its own shackles. As strange lights flicker in the forest and the ground trembles, Mama Aisha must decide whether to protect the village by sealing the key or risk releasing a horror that has waited for centuries to happen. Eli had arrived on a night when the rain fell in sheets, drumming the thatch of the shrine like a funeral march. The iron key lay tangled in his cord, cold as the grave, and the villagers whispered that the child was cursed. They called him Eli, but the name felt thin against the weight of the old legend that clawed the forest, a spirit bound to a rusted key, feeding on innocence to break its shackles. Mama Aisha was the first to see the change. When the moon rose full in silver, Eli's eyes turned the color of storm clouds, and the air around his cradle trembled. She found the key hidden beneath the floorboards of the shrine, its iron surface etched with symbols that pulsed faintly in the dark. "This is not a child," she muttered. "It is a lock." The first night the curse showed its teeth. A child from the village woke with bruises shaped like tiny hands around his throat. The next morning, the forest whispered, and a low wail rose from the trees, as if something ancient was stirring. The villagers gathered, fear tightening their throats, and demanded that Mama Aisha bind the key and cast the child into the river. Instead, she cradled Eli and whispered the old prayer her grandmother had taught her, the one that spoke of a heart of stone and a soul of light. As she sang, the key began to vibrate, humming a tone that resonated with the child's chest. Eli's eyes flared, a bright white that seemed to split the darkness. In that moment, the forest erupted. Vines shot up like skeletal fingers, wrapping the shrine, and a shadow peeled away from the trees. A gaunt figure with hollow eyes, its mouth a cavern of endless night. It reached for Eli, its fingers dripping black ichor. The villagers screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the wind. Eli raised his tiny hand, and the key, now glowing, flew from Mama Aisha's palm and lodged itself into the child's palm. The moment metal met flesh,